You do 100 crunches every morning. You add leg lifts. You hold planks until your core shakes. Yet the fat around your stomach and thighs remains completely unchanged. The fitness industry sells a specific solution to this frustration. They offer targeted workout routines, fat-burning creams, and detox teas, all promising to melt fat away from those exact problem areas. But this 2021 meta-analysis, involving over 1,100 participants, put that exact claim to the test. Look at this forest plot. The data points cluster tightly around zero, proving that exercising a specific muscle has zero localized effect on adjacent fat tissue. Think of it like trying to drain a specific corner of a swimming pool. You can't scoop water out of the deep end and expect a dry square to appear. The water level drops everywhere at once. Your body burns energy the exact same way. So when your problem areas refuse to shrink, you aren't failing a test of willpower, and you aren't doing the wrong exercises. You are simply running against the physical reality of how your body accesses its energy reserves. When your body needs energy, it triggers a process called systemic lipolysis. It breaks down fat cells into triglycerides and free fatty acids, and then releases them into the bloodstream from everywhere in your body at exactly the same time. Your body's fat stores function like a single shared bank account. Every time you exercise or maintain a calorie deficit, you make an energy withdrawal, but your body acts as the bank manager. It decides exactly which branch those funds are pulled from. The locations where those deposits are made and where the bank holds onto them the tightest are dictated by a hardwired blueprint of genetics and sex hormones. This abstract maps out distinct biological pathways. Estrogen favors fat storage in female hips and thighs, while male biology routes excess energy to the abdomen. Following this abdominal pathway, elevated cortisol, the stress hormone, drives fat directly to the midsection, overriding standard diet routines. These genetic and hormonal blueprints are built in. They're the precise reason your body ignores your conscious desire to slim down your waist or thighs, operating instead on its own biological logic. But the resistance goes even deeper than genetics. If you compare a fat cell from a stubborn area to a fat cell from anywhere else on your body, you will find they are structurally and physiologically different. Microscopically, fat cells have receptor gateways. Beta-2 receptors trigger fat release, while alpha-2 receptors keep gateways shut. The problem with stubborn areas is their ratio. They possess up to 9 times more alpha-2 receptors, holding energy behind a wall of biological blockers. And even if you manage to bypass those blocks, there is a second vascular hurdle. These stubborn fat depots have up to 67% lower blood flow compared to the rest of your body. Fat-mobilizing hormones physically struggle to reach these cells. Because the blood flow is so poor, any fat that does get released struggles to be transported away. You can actually test this yourself. Those specific problem areas often feel colder to the touch after a workout. Your metabolism is essentially fighting against a biologically armored energy reserve, one that is physically constructed to resist the chemical signals telling it to burn. So how do you break through that armor? You have to understand that your body processes fat like the layers of an onion. It works from the outside in over a long period of time. Because of those alpha receptors and poor blood flow, the stubborn areas are where your body stored fat first. Biologically, that makes them the absolute last places to shrink. First in, last out. This chronological reality is exactly why most people fail. They start a diet, notice their face and arms getting thinner, but see zero change in their stomach or thighs. They assume the plan isn't working, and they quit, right before their body reaches those final layers. To actually reach those reserves, you have to stop chasing spot reduction gimmicks. The only physical way to peel back those final layers is to commit to a sustained, patient, overall calorie deficit and simply wait. During that wait, maintaining resistance training is crucial. You aren't doing it to burn localized fat, but to preserve your muscle mass and metabolic rate. You are building the structural foundation so that when the fat finally clears, there is defined muscle waiting underneath. Once you understand these biological roadblocks, you can stop feeling guilty about your workouts. You can stop fighting your body's physiology, trust the process, and let your metabolism finally do its job.